Okay, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a solution to the final qualification round in the UK Excel Championships, and this round is all about a female botanist and a garden. So we have this really nice map here of a garden. You know, you have paths and flowers, and the flower symbols are all actually the same. So the only way to differentiate between them is to use this table that has the cell address and then what the flower actually is in the given cell address. So let's do all the questions and then I'll come to the bonuses. So the first question is asking how many of these flowers there are. So we can just say count if, and then we can use the flowers table and count where the species is these things. And you can do that as an array, like so. Next up, we want to sum the row numbers for these plants. So I can say filter the cell addresses, which is here, for where the species equals the given species in the question, and that's just going to give us all the cell addresses. I can then say sum up the row numbers of those things, and that row num is a lambda I have. I'll use lambdas in this case because that's how I solved it for real, just to show you kind of why I came first and got the fastest time. Okay, next up we want to collate all of the plants in a given row, so row 44, and then determine what the most common one is. So I can say filter is actually the genus that we want, so filter the genus for where the row number of this equals, I need a bracket, equals the given row number. So that will tell us all of the plants in that row, and then I can say at most of, which will give me the most common one. Okay, next up, level 4, we're standing on a certain cell and looking in a certain direction, and we want to know what plant is there. So I can just say move on map, which is a lambda I have, and I give it a cell and the arrow I want to move to, and it will tell me the cell address that I get to. And I can just say lookup that cell address in the flower table here and give me the genus here. Okay, level 5, this is a little bit more tricky. We're looking in a certain direction, up, down, left, right, and we can move 2 steps, so we get this kind of pattern here, and we want to know what the excitement factor is of everything in that pattern. So I have a lambda called RC refs within range, and it takes a cell address and a range, so my range is 2, and then a distance function. So for this, I can say lambda A, B. A is my start cell, B is my end cell, and then I want to determine a given distance. So I can use another lambda distance from the start to the end, and with this distance lambda, I can specify how much horizontal is worth, vertical is worth, and diagonal is worth. So here, vertical and horizontal are worth 1, so that's 1 step. And my given allowed movement is 2 steps, so I can move up, down, left, right 2 steps. So that's all the addresses I can see from that cell. So if I say RC ref convert those, it will give me addresses, so that's everything I can see from that cell. And then I can say lookup all of those addresses in the flowers and give me the excitement factor. If it's not there, give me a 0. And then I can just sum it up to get the excitement factor for all of the flowers that are visible from that cell address. Okay, next up, level 6, we are moving along the path. So if I come to the map here, we're going to move up a path in a given direction until we hit a stopping point. So I've chosen a long one here, but this would be a stopping point here. And then we want to know how many cells we have seen. So again, my move on map lambda is very versatile. So I start at this cell, and I want to move here, and I can give a multiple, so how many steps. So let's just put 200 for now, because it's going to be a lot of steps. My map, have I labelled my map? No, so let's actually label my map first. So let's come down to this bottom corner and label my map here. I actually did this right at the start of the case for real. So I can say move on map from this cell, this arrow, 200 steps. My map is my map, and that will kind of enable the lambda to determine what out of bounds are. And then I have a show path option. So for here, I do want to show the path. And then I have all these options: stop, glide, bounce, wrap. This is the behavior when you hit an edge. So the behavior here is I want to stop. When I can't go any further, I want to stop. And then I can give an allowed map. So my allowed map is the map equals a path. So whenever my steps come off a path, it will stop. So this spills at the moment. Let's check if one is a shorter path. No, I'm just going to move this out so you can see. So we start in DD 120, and then this is the path, and it will stop as soon as I am not on a path. So yeah, I spent a lot of time on these lambdas this week, and I'm very glad I did, because it really helped. So I can say rows of that to determine how many steps I've gone, and that's that. Okay, level 7, we are doing exactly the same thing, so we're determining the path. So let's get rid of this rows, and underneath here, we'll then get a list of all of the cell addresses on the path until we stop. And then we want to kind of combine it and then look out from every place on that path in this direction. Well, all of my lambdas take arrays, so I can say rcrefs within range of that. And the range is 2, and it's the lambda AB thing again. So lambda A, B, distance A, B, 1 horizontal, 1 vertical. That's all of the distance metrics, and this is all of the cells I can see along the path. So let's say convert those back to cell addresses, like so, and I can look those up on my kind of flowers table. So let's look up the cell addresses in here, and if it's not there, give me a 0, and then we can sum up the excitement factor. So that should hopefully be the answer. Whoops, let's drag that down properly, and there we go. So that's all the main questions done. Let's do the bonuses. Which plant species are we most excited to see? So this kind of question comes up quite often. So we want the biggest thing here and return the species from here. Okay, if we saw all plants in level 1, what would the total excitement factor be? So for this one, I just did lookup these in the species, give me the excitement factor. And then I did some product of the excitement factor and the number of how many there are. So that is our answer there. Okay, bonus 3. What is the cell address of the first plant you see when you enter the park from the entrance cell? Entrance is down here. So I just did this one manually. So I looked up the path and I could see, okay, well, this is the first plant I'm going to be able to see, which is in BJ125. So BJ125. Okay, how many plants are out of visible range from the paths? Okay, another lambda heavy one. I said if the map equals a path, they give me address of the cells of the map. Otherwise give me an error. So this is all of the path cells. And then I said to col 3 to get rid of all the errors and put it in a single column. So this is all of the path cells. And then I want to know which plants I can see from there. So rcrefs within range again. There's my addresses, and my range is 2. My distance function is lambda A, B, distance A, B, 1, 1. And this is a bit slow, but that is everything I can see. And then let's convert them back to addresses, rcref convert that. That's all the addresses. Then I said xmatch, so find all of these addresses in that list, and then I'll see which ones are not there. So that means we can't see the plant, essentially. So I said, if is error that, do 1, otherwise do 0. I need a brackets. And then if it's an error, I just get a 1, and then I sum that up, so I can see that's 207 manually there in the corner, 207. Okay, level 7, we are following specific directions like this until we hit an endpoint, and we want to know the excitement factor of everything we can see along that path. So this is just level 7, but a bit more complicated. So I put those arrows here, and we actually are given a start cell. So our start cell is AU46. So let's come down here, AU46, and then let's do equals 2 row of split this down. So there's the arrows we want to go in. I'm just going to shorten this up a little bit. So I then said, move on map, start there, move in this direction. Let's do 200 steps. Our map is our map, and we want to show the path, and we want to stop when we hit a blocker, and our blockers, so the map equals path is what we can walk on, and that will give me the path. And then I did the same thing here, so I just dragged it across, but I moved the start cell to here, but I want that to be dynamic, so I said take this array -1, and there we go. But I will get a repeated cell here, so I just need to drop 1 off this, so drop 1. I drag this across like that, and then I have my full kind of all my paths. I could have done it in a reduce, but I didn't. And then I said to col this comma 3. That will give me all of it in one go. And then I basically need to repeat this level 7 formula, but for this path. So let's do rcrefs within range of all of this stuff, and that is our answer. Hopefully. Yep, and that's how I got a full score in 19 minutes. Probably a lot quicker the second time round. Great case. One of the best looking maps I've seen, extremely boosted by my map lambdas as always, but I've put a huge amount of effort into those. Thanks for watching.